Welcome back everyone to Summy TV with me, Murad Pope. And the question that I'm asking today is, do you experience lower back pain or hip pain? If you do, then this video is right where you want to be. In this video, we will be locating the muscles that are commonly associated with lower back pain and hip pain. There are a lot of muscles that are associated with that, trust me. But I've been able to narrow it down to about 3 of them. The hip flexors, the rectus femoris, and the piriformis. What we're going to be discussing today is locating each of these and trying to pinpoint where they are so you have a better idea of how to target these muscles when you do stretching or any type of myofascial release. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Here we have the human body. The hip flexors are located in this deepest region of the abdominal wall. Now, it's going to help a lot if you see just exactly how these muscles work and where they're located. So right now we have this top layer of muscle, which is actually known or referred to as the external oblique, and we're going to get rid of that to expose the rectus abdominis, which is this long muscle here. All right. After we strip that down, we have here on the side internal oblique, and we're going to strip that down, which leaves us with this transversus abdominis. Okay. We'll strip that down, and only after stripping down those layers do we actually expose the group of muscles known as the hip flexors, located here. We'll just get rid of this muscle here because this is actually a back muscle, and that'll be talked about in another video. It's called the quadratus lumborum, and we're going to focus on these group of 3 muscles, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, if we zoom in, get you a better view here, the hip flexors are comprised of 3 muscles. The psoas minor, which is this thin strip here, the psoas major, which is this strip here behind it, and the iliacus, which is this bowl-like muscle. And these are located only in the deepest cavity of the abdominal wall, and you can see but from a side view just how deep they're located. These muscles are responsible for flexing the hip. Now if we take that same skeleton and zoom in on the leg here, we're going to take a look at the rectus femoris. The rectus femoris is located here on the thigh, right here in this center. But it's important to know, like I said, the muscles that surround it so you have an idea of what you're doing. Here we have the vastus medialis. We can strip that away. And here we have the vastus lateralis, and we'll strip that away. Now if we look at it from the side, there's there's actually a muscle that sits beneath that rectus femoris. All right, and that's called the vastus intermedius, but that's not our concern right now. We're focused on the rectus femoris. The rectus femoris is one of the only muscles in the quadricep region that extends over 2 joints, here at the hip and here at the knee. So it is important to know that when there is an injury or any type of pain, it could be associated in either the hip or the knee. The other muscles of the thigh region actually start on the femur and not above the femur. Now we will be locating the piriformis, in which case it's going to be in this deep glute region. So we're going to have to peel back some muscles here. We have the glute maximus, which most people know to be the butt, glute medius, and glute minimus. Now, if we strip those away, we are left with this piriformis and these rotators down here. We'll do a separate segment on these rotators and why they are important, but the most common with hip pain in this region is the piriformis here.
So, to wrap up, in this video we took a look at the location of the hip flexors, broke down exactly how they lie and what they are, the rectus femoris, and the piriformis, which are all common muscles that are associated with lower back pain and hip pain. If you like my video, please like and subscribe and share. Thank you, and I'll see you at the next video.